everyone, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Blade Runner. Now, there is one other little clip I found, and I discovered this completely by accident as I was playing through the game the second time, but sometimes when you are in the sewer, you will have odd creatures like this thing shambling around, and it looks like, not sure if they're zombies or if they're sewer mutants like Futurama, but you'll have, a big burly guy like this walk around. Other times, one with what appears to be a small sickle will start walking around and come out at the same time as this guy. Weird part is they don't really seem to do much to you. They just, it's not like the cops where you get too close, they try and attack you or anything. They just kind of shamble around, not bothering anybody. There's the sickle guy. And you can't find anything on their bodies. They're just kind of there. So, yeah, I don't know if this was just a random Easter egg that you're meant to run into sewer mutants or if they put them in here as a joke, but yeah, there it is. Sewer zombie mutants in Blade Runner. Now, back in Act 3, if Dectora is a replicant, and you VK her and identify her as a replicant, then she calls the police, and we wind up at this point with you and Crystal storming early queues to try and find her. But this is where we can diverge. And as before, we will come here to the projector room. And we have the option of going here to try and find her. There we go, a little bit brighter for this bit. Now before, we started shooting everything and drove her out into the open, but here, we can just try talking.
Listen, Dectora, I want to help.
You say a lot of things, Mr. McCoy. But you're a Blade Runner. It's hard to know what's real.
One of my associates is after you and your friends. I'm not sure I can hold her off much longer.
I'm not worried. She may kill some of us, but not all of us. Clovis will see to that.
Is he the one that sent you the flowers?
Yes.
And your lovers?
We were once. But now we've evolved beyond that. They're still my family, Clovis and Lucy.
What's Clovis looking for?
Information. Data. 4 years isn't enough time, Mr. McCoy. If anyone deserves more than 4 years, it's Clovis. If you could only meet him.
Can you take me to him?
I'm afraid that's impossible right now. He's very jealous. You don't understand.
Jealous, huh? On top of everything else?
He's a very complicated man. He wants so much. Things he just can't have.
Then he's no different from anybody else.
God forbid you ever have to find out how different he is. How dangerous he can be. And if he thinks that you and I... it can only bring trouble. Clovis will find you when he's ready.
You better go now. Take the fire escape.
I appreciate it, Mr. McCoy.
Yeah, this turns into being a rather whirlwind romance of sorts. I'll head back.
What happened? Where is it?
She got away.
How the hell did it get away? We had it cornered.
This one must be pretty damn clever.
Duh! What the hell? They'll never catch it. We better call this in. Your vehicle close by?
Now, if you've been helping out one replicant or the other, or try and help all of them, things pretty much end the same way here, with you finding Maggie's body in your apartment and one of Crystal's cigarettes in the ashtray. But who answers the phone, or who's on the phone when you answer it, rather, will be different. Now, before we saw what happens when it's Clovis, and one of the other options is that you can have Lucy, if you've been paying more attention to her than Dectora, or in this case, it'll be Dectora. And I'm not going to be showing all of the endings to the game because after about 8 attempts at replaying, I was never able to quite get the Lucy subplot to load, and ultimately all of Lucy's endings are exactly the same as Dectora's. They just switch her out in the video. The only real major difference is that the only way you can romance Dectora is if she is a replicant. If Lucy is a human, you can run away with her as her family abandoned her to try and escape the Earth, which is sad and depressing on one level and incredibly creepy as another, as our hero is abandoning the city with a 14-year-old girl who has already been molested at least twice. Anyway.
Pick up.
I've been trying to reach you for an hour. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Look, I think I got Clovis and Sadiq to let you alone. I told them you weren't hunting them anymore.
Bravo.
What's the matter?
My dog's dead. Shot.
I'm so sorry. You were close to it, weren't you?
Not it. Her. Maggie.
Clovis didn't do it, I'm sure of that.
No kidding.
I also told him about us, Ray. He took it very well. He and I are finished for good this time.
I have a hard time believing that.
He's been very philosophical. He's aware that his time is running out. That's why he wants to help us.
No hard feelings, huh?
None at all.
Okay.
But there's another way. Why don't you and I just go away from here? Leave this place and everybody else behind.
We can dance if you want to. We can leave my friends behind. So we have two options here. We can either say, okay, let's run off together, or no, let's go and stay with Clovis, because us staying with your ex is not going to be the least bit awkward at all. And in this case, we're going to go with, okay, let's run off alone together.
I got nothing to keep me here anymore, that's for sure. You got a plan?
There's a used car place in the 4th sector near the arcade.
I know it.
Gordo and I went there before looking for a vehicle. The owner was nice to us. He'll probably help us if we pay him.
We'd need a spinner to be able to get anywhere.
He's got a couple for sale.
It's real risky and illegal.
Well, it's better than just sitting out there in the kipple waiting to die, watching everybody else die. If you won't do it, I'll go get the car myself.
I didn't say I wasn't going to do it.
Then meet me there. I'll be there within the hour.
Fun thing, you can actually, after agreeing to this, go to the moon bus and leave her behind on Earth. It doesn't change the ending at all, but, you know, that is an option. But not the one that we're going to take. Now, on the odd chance that you do decide to go back to the moon bus, things play out exactly the same way that we saw before. You have to fight your way through the sewer, kill all the rats, kill Crystal, get the battery to fix the moon bus, but slight difference on who is waiting for you and the video that comes next.
Welcome, brother. We have very little time. I spoke to Sadiq. He's installing the power source right now. Excellent. And do you have something for me? Not the talkative type. Not the talkative type. DNA information? We have some of it. I hope it's enough. It will have to be.
Yeah, let's keep my
I've got
back
questions
turned
of
on
my
you
own.
as I talk to you.
No doubt. But answers will take time, and time is precious to all of us. It's true then. We've only got 4 years. Yes. Of course, I could be hit by lightning tomorrow, but with the information Terrell gave you, who knows, brother? It may just be enough to make a difference. He's a hunter no more. He has come home to go, my friend. Where are we going? To the heavens, brother. To fulfill our destinies off-world.
And this time, the memories we create will be our own.
And presumably Sadiq got away before Gaff showed up. I mean, even if he's not allowed to kill him, aiding and abetting replicant escape, that's got to be pretty high crime. Now, if we do go to meet Dectora, we find her standing outside of Crazy Legs Larry's. Crazily enough, the entrance to the sewer from here comes up through his basement, so we have to walk past Crazy Legs Larry to come out here to say hi to her and then go back in. That amuses me so much.
You made it.
I promised you, didn't I?
And you're one of the few people I've known who actually keep their promises.
Where's Clovis?
He's not coming with us.
You gonna miss him?
I've practically forgotten him already.
In some ways, I wish I'd gotten to know him better.
And you know him better than you think. There's a strange bond that exists between the two of you. I felt it from the start. That's one of the reasons I was so drawn to you.
Are you ready?
Like I'm beginning a whole new life.
How's it going, Ray? Wait a minute, I thought you was going to arrest her.
You don't get paid the big bucks to think, Crazy. Any of your spinners up and running?
Sure, got one up on the roof. A real beaut, ain't a cheap ride, though, I'll tell you right now.
I gotta take it for a test drive.
Ray, I always liked you. True, I hardly know you. You seem like a stand-up guy. Eventually, when this fiasco is all over and done with, I know you'll get me on the come, right?
You're a stand-up guy, Crazy.
That I am. They want me to tell your friend where you're going?
Friend?
You know, the doll with the cigarette. She told me you were in trouble and she wanted to help. What should I tell her?
Ray,
You tell her we're headed south.
10-4.
I'm afraid, Ray.
Crystal ain't gonna let up until we're both 6 feet under.
Well, don't hurry or anything.
Ray,
What?
Evening, Slim. Thanks for bringing her here. Makes my end a hell of a lot easier.
You're the coldest person I've ever seen when it comes to killing.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How did it feel to kill an innocent animal?
Wake up, Slim. The mutt was a replicant, just like its master.
Bullshit.
You're more confused than the damn dog was when I pulled the plug.
She was real, Steel. No two ways about it.
Nobody gives a damn. All three of you will be nothing but a memory anyhow. And I'll be a rich lady. Nice shot there, Slim.
You couldn't leave well enough alone.
See you again, real soon. Oh, I forgot. You reps don't have a soul.
What a waste.
Well, nothing there.
can you get it working?
We'll have to find something else. Maybe a ground car.
I'm afraid, Ray.
Let's go. There's nothing here for us anymore.
It's all over, McCoy. You got nowhere to go and no hostages. You got 2 minutes. Then we're gonna clear you out.
I'll be right back.
What have you got there?
One of Sadiq's bombs. I stole it. If they want to fight,
No.
they're little people with small minds.
No! We'll find another way. Wait a minute. We're right on top of the old subway system.
But they'll follow us.
Not if we can get a ground cart down there. Hell, we can drive right through that tunnel and disappear.
What if it's collapsed?
It's worth a shot.
And let's run the controls.
Let me try to get the floor open. Arm that thing, all right? But wait for my signal before you drop it in. Now!
And run downstairs.
Come on, they'll be coming through the door any second.
And here's where we came in.
I knew we'd make it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I didn't know where we were going, and I didn't much care. Away from the city first, and then as far as this heap could take us. With the information I'd gotten from Tyrell, and the bits and pieces from his design subcons, maybe, just maybe, we had enough to keep us alive for a while. All I knew was that we'd live each day as if it was the last. Put them all together, they just might add up to a lifetime.
Ooh. And gaffs work again. Of course, the ending will be slightly different if you didn't get all of the DNA information you need to save yourselves.
I knew we'd make it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I didn't know where we were going, and I didn't much care. Away from the city first, and then as far as this heap could take us. I hadn't gotten enough of the DNA information to save either of us, so we had a limited amount of time together. We couldn't go back to the city. No doubt our days there were numbered too. So I decided just to drive. To keep on going in a straight line until we could go no further.
This part, however, remains exactly the same.
You're more confused than the damn dog was when I pulled the plug.
She was real steel. No two ways about it.
Nobody gives a damn. All three of you will be nothing but a memory anyhow. And I'll be a rich lady.
Now, one possibility in this fight is that Crystal can kill Dectora before you can finish saving her. It takes a humorously long time, though.
Nice shot there, Slim.
We couldn't leave well enough alone.
See you again, real soon. Oh, I forgot. You rats don't have a soul.
Everything I'd ever been close to was dead. There wasn't anything left for me now, and there was no going back to the unit after I'd dispatched Crystal. It was one of Sadiq's bombs. Was it a lie? Had she been planning to kill me all along? Or was it just insurance? Something extra to defend herself? I'd never know.
Yeah, this is probably the most film noir ending of the game. Whatever woman you run off with will get killed, and you are left unsure if she ever really loved you in the first place, or if she was planning another betrayal. And of course you have the femme fatale Crystal dying after you betray your position and your job, assuming that you're a human, and, you know, breaking the law if you're a replicant. So, you know, this is very moody and evocative, and, you know, very of the spirit of the original story and movie. But enough about that, let's go blow some shit up.
It's all over, McCoy. You got nowhere to go and no hostages. You got 2 minutes. Then we're gonna clear you out.
but I have a cunning plan.
I had an idea. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but I'd run out of options.
As Rosa was making the same noise as the Jetsons' car. Oh, and you can run outside at this point, but of course you get gunned down immediately. You'll never take me alive, copper. She, yeah, yeah.
I didn't know where I was going, and I didn't much care. I just wanted to get away. Not from the cops so much as the memories of Maggie and of her. I was different from them, that much I knew. I couldn't do the job anymore. All I could do was get away and try to live each moment as it comes. And eventually, all my moments and memories would run out.
Of course, you get that whether or not you have all the DNA evidence. And as before, we find out that Gaff killed Clovis. And again, as I said, we're not going to do the Lucy endings because they're exactly the same as the Dectora endings, except you can have one ending where Ray runs off with Lucy and she's human, because that's just creepy and wrong, and I really don't feel like playing through all that. So yeah, I think we are ready to close the curtain upon Starman Plays Blade Runner. I'd like to thank you all once again for tuning into this and continuing to send me your supportive messages and just talk about how much you're enjoying the series. I think I'm going to take a break from filming these for a while, but next time, well, I'm probably going to do Discworld 2, since I promised to do that at some point. Or maybe I'll decide to surprise you all with something else. There's a lot of adventure games out there, and I'm having a lot of fun recording these, so if you want to encourage me to keep going, speak up in the comments. And if you don't want me to keep continuing, keep it to yourself. Paul Bastardo once more. Okay, before I MST3K the credits anymore, which might be amusing, but I don't have the script prepared for doing it, I'll just say thank you all again for watching, and whenever and whatever I'm doing next, I will see you all then.